What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Alan G. Moji here, live with my boy Mr.
Andrew Block.
And we're here to see Empire Strikes Back, number 5 in the series, guys, for Star Wars. And we're getting ready. We're close. We're about 3 weeks away from the Epic Nick to close, episode 9. And we may not finish this. What do you mean? What happened?
We may not get all the movies in.
Oh, we still get it. We'll figure it. If I got to do a solo reaction, I will. We're going to get all 8 movies in. Or 7, I don't know what the numbers are. But hold on, my shoe got untied and it messed everything up. So yeah.
You don't need your shoes.
Yeah, we do. They know with their peripheral vision my shoes are untied. But anyways, so we're here for number 5. I heard this was it is right now one of the greatest of all time. But I heard to the grapevine that this wasn't well received when it first came out. Kind of,
Had mixed reactions when it first came out.
Yeah, kind of like
A certain other middle of the trilogy movie.
Last Jedi. Maybe just yeah. Anyway, so guys, it's gonna be fun. Any favorite parts that you like in this movie that you're looking forward to rehashing?
My favorite was always the Battle of Hoth.
There you go.
I really dig the Battle of the Hoth.
There you go.
I always like the AT-ATs and I know it sounds kind of macabre. Well, I guess that's not the right word for it, but I always like to see the rebels lose because it adds realism to the war side of the story. Because rebels aren't going to win every single battle.
Right.
How it is.
Right. And mine obviously was the iconic, I am your father, no! I love that part. That was super cool because you weren't expecting it. You're like, holy crap, what just happened?
In fact, nobody knew about that except for James Earl Jones, Mark Hamill, and George Lucas.
That's it.
Oh, and the director, of course, Irvin Kershner in this movie.
There you go. I thought you said Peter Cushing. I'm like, dude, wait a minute.
No, he does not return in this movie.
He does in Rogue One, though. Just letting y'all know. All right, anyways, guys, we got to set up for the Lucasfilm. And if you're going to watch it with us, man, enjoy yourselves. Have a good time. You know how we always do this. We're going to start off in 5 and we'll end up in 1, 9, 7, 6, 3, 2. We're going to all go. We love to talk about Star Wars and maybe other news.
Go all over the place.
But we always bring it back where we need to be. All right? So here it goes. It's starting. The Lucasfilm has now, not yet. Is it moving? Is it going? No, the time's not going.
You're broken.
I'm broken. We haven't gone yet.
So a little trivia while he figures out what's going on. The actual line in the script for everybody else regarding the father part was Obi-Wan was your father. So that's what everybody else thought.
Mm-hmm.
And so Mark Hamill tells a story about keeping secret from everybody on several interviews. And he asked if he could tell Carrie Fisher. And I guess the director and George Lucas said no because Carrie couldn't keep a secret. A little bit of a blabbermouth.
Yeah. Crazy. I will say before we get into this, I did see it said Mark Hamill roasting Rian Johnson. I was like, what? And I did watch it. And I don't know, things nowadays with the internet, you can kind of, especially with that what's it called? Deep fake or deep, where they're,
I don't know.
There's this new thing where these people that can really mimic the person's voice and all these different things and how they act and move. And then they CGI them into a realistic situation. And so it looks like it's them, but it really is not them. Anyways, so there's this a thing where Mark Hamill is like taking shots at Rian Johnson on a live thing about The Last Jedi and how he was portraying Luke. And I was like, oh my God, this is actually really happening. But then he also was being nice to him too at the same time. It was crazy.
In all actuality, Mark Hamill wasn't happy with the direction Rian Johnson was taking Skywalker. And he had voiced those concerns, but he did his job. And of course, the internet and the fandom blew it way out of proportion.
Yeah.
And Mark Hamill was like, "Yo, I didn't agree with it, but I didn't intend for it to get like this out of hand. You guys are taking it way too far.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. That's the fandom, guys. Crazy. Go big or go home. All right, guys. I got the Lucasfilm up. It's
I'm
up and
wearing a very
rolling.
special hat for today.
It's
It is
on.
a Wampa Snow Screecher.
There you go.
I got it a couple of years ago when I went to Disneyland. So
There you go.
yeah,
We're at the part where it says a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
getting ready for
The crawl is out. The music
Star
hit.
Wars.
Yeah.
You might want to lower that.
Yeah, lower it down. We was at 6.5. Here we go. So we should be good. It's subtitles. Lord have mercy.
Because we're not allowed to listen to the music.
Apparently not. English is on.
Disney doesn't like it.
Okay, that should be good. Dang it. If they copyright me for this, screw it.
Mhm.
I'll do them all solo.
Go big, go home, right?
Yes. Yes. Getting the dreaded Imperial Starfleet, a group of freedom fighters led by Luke Skywalker had established a new secret base on the remote ice world of Hoth. Yes. Man, oh man. This December could be the final crawl
Mm-hmm.
for a very long time, or if they decide to do the Old Republic. I heard that may be the fourth trilogy in the installment. Interesting.
Could be interesting. They do it right.
Yeah, hopefully they don't. I don't want to call it 10,
Mm-mm. That won't make it.
but
No.
if they did, that'd be interesting. But if they just call it a title, kind of like we did with all the Star Wars stories, that makes sense. Star Wars,
The Star Wars story, the Old Republic.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Or just call it Star Wars: The Old Republic. You know what I mean? Doesn't have to have.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, and you can still have the crawl because it's still a part of the saga. Because you may not like, because I know how you are with taking things, but it would be cool if those three movies like led up to where Episode 1 kind of not exactly, because not like Rogue One did. You know how it was like 10 minutes before 5 or 4.
I don't care if they lead up to it. I just don't want to see all this interconnectivity.
Yeah.
Like this is Old Man Skywalker, or
Yeah.
I don't want to see all this. And you know what? I actually thought about that, and I think I know why I get so heated when that comes up, and it has to do with my background as a role player. It's because you have this entire universe at your disposal where you can create all these fantastic stories, and you just want to limit yourself to this one little box to tell your stories where everything is all connected to just these same old characters, these same old stories, instead of just branching out and exploring this whole universe with all new, different stories. And that makes me angry, because it's like you are limited only by your imagination, and you want to keep it inside this little tiny box. And that's, to me, that's just infuriating.
Yeah, I think to mention something with you on that is like, I think when people do try to do that, and unfortunately, that's that whole thing about, like you just said, bring some new characters in, show us something new, but at the same time still have the feel of
the old stuff.
And it's so hard to hit that. And I say that because you look at this new trilogy,
and not just rehash these characters.
These new trilogies, like I personally I like Rey, I like Kylo, I like all the new characters, but a lot of them don't, because they want to, we just wish we had a better Luke, or we wish we would have had Han again. And so when Rian Johnson decided to really go
basically
a different story, and everybody was like, no. And so I see what you're saying. I think I agree with you. When you have something so huge like this, you should be able to go off and do things. That's why I think Rogue One was a success, because of it did that, even though it wasn't a thing. And then I believe I believe Solo would have been a success too. I just think that there's just a lot of things that just took that movie in the wrong direction.
Mhm.
Not the movie itself. I think the movie was just fun. It was fun. It was exciting. Yeah, there was a couple of small moments.
Mhm.
But other than that, it was a great, to me, Star Wars movie. So, but with all that being said, when they tried expanding off and doing something different, no one's digging it. No one's liking it because they feel like it's not Star Wars to them. And what's so crazy about this is if you talk to every individual out there, there is you got your separate people. You have your ones that love the sequels. I'm sorry, the originals. I mean, they just that's the only ones they care about. That's their Star Wars. Then you got the prequels that they don't even like that well of the original, but they just prequels is their thing. That's it. Then you have these guys that are right now that are they enjoy all of the newer movies and not of the old or the prequels. And then you even have a fandom of just the spinoffs that don't even like any of the saga. They just like the spinoffs. And so it's crazy when you got it divided all four ways. And I want to say that then there's that fifth side, which I always talk about all the time, which is me, which I like. I like all of them. So I don't have a originally it was better. I have ones that I like more than others, but I generally like all of them.
I fall into that camp too.
Yeah, and so that's awesome. So the point is that I wish there was more people that could be in that realm instead of oh man, dude, that the original trilogy is my only Star Wars, and there's no other Star Wars off of that. It's like really, the prequels are the only ones that matter. Really,
Yeah.
7, 8, 9, only thing that matters. Like,
And to me, that mindset is bogus because it's like they act like these new trilogies or these sequels or these interquels or whatever they are subtracting something. Well, it's like okay, so you love the original trilogy, it's still there. It hasn't gone anywhere. It's still there for you to enjoy. Why can't you just say, okay, well, these new ones, they aren't the original trilogy. That story has been told. It's there whenever I want to go and enjoy it. I'll go and enjoy it whenever I want. Maybe I'll give this new stuff a try and think of it as its own new story.
Yeah.
That's kind of related to whatever I enjoyed before. And see, and that's where the whole busting out of the box thing kind of comes into play. It's because those guys, they're like, the original trilogy is the only thing that I like. And anything that steps out of my little box, I'm just going to live in my hole. They're like Gollum. My precious. My precious.
that's tough. Yeah.
And it's infuriating.
Well, and that's what is why Star Wars is where it's at. It's had nothing to do with the movies. It has to do with the fans and how they're acting or reacting to the situation. Like I said, I understand. Yes, we're paying our hard-earned money to watch these movies. We're hoping that these guys make a great movie for us. You know what I mean? And so again, unfortunately, every one of us have a different emotional attachment to the movie. Every single one of us has. We might go, oh yeah, our favorite character is Luke, but there could be different reasons why we like Luke. There's some people that really enjoyed seeing the arc of Luke, like he said, Space Jesus. Where Luke looked like Luke had a flaw. Luke decided to turn off the Force and just be, you know what I mean, and just and give it up, And of course, a lot of the Luke that loved the sequel or the original trilogy, the optimistic, the I can do anything and I'll save the world, type of thing. They wanted that, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm saying that just because you're going, oh well, I believe, or I forget believe. I know that Luke Skywalker. That's what's funny is people think they wrote the movie, so they're like,
I know
like
that's what Luke.
that's what a Luke would have did. First of all, you met with George Lucas. You know what he gonna do. That the only one that could ever say that would be George Lucas. That could be the only one that could say, and if he went on record and said, you know what, this was not how I was gonna have Luke go. And it's kind of funny that I heard just today. I heard something about little spoiler, guys. that in Return of the Jedi,
He just lost his arm.
yeah, lost it. In Return of the Jedi, there is there was, I guess, a scene where all the Force ghosts were supposed to help out Luke take out Palpatine. There was supposed to be, Qui Gon, Yoda, and Obi Wan. That were supposed to give Luke this power to get him to go, not Luke, sorry, not Luke, but to have Darth Vader to do what he did against Palpatine.
Like as a re-edit?
No, no,
Because-
no. It was like one of the first original scripts that George was writing. That's how he wanted to have the
Well,
Darth Vader have this thing, because he actually had all this power from this from all the previous Jedi's.
well, that's interesting considering that Qui-Gon wasn't even an inkling in Lucas's mind when he first wrote.
Right. Well, maybe not Qui-Gon. Maybe the other two, Yoda and oh my God,
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan. And so, little spoiler, supposedly that's what happens with Rey. Why she has this crazy force power that she
She's
can
like
handle.
imbued with all of it.
Yeah. So basically, they're all. And that's why I mentioned Qui-Gon, because Qui-Gon is a part of that now. So it'll be Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, Yoda, freaking Anakin. Could you imagine all those guys? Just those, not even other Jedi's that might appear, because there might be getting some
She would
some-
explode. Her body cannot
Dude,
hold all that power.
That's what happens. Is supposedly she supposedly force lightnings back at her or her. She somehow deflects it back to him, but all that power she has, it just like even just hearing it, I'm like, I just want to. That I don't know if they. I hope they show the Force Ghosts. Like they all show up behind her. That'd be so dope. I don't know. I don't care how they do it. I'm so hyped. I don't care. I'm done with all the. Okay, where's it? This is the funniest part. Look, wait. Mistress Leia. See?
Yeah.
Like out of all the re-edits, they can't re-edit two things.
Well,
they can't edit two things. They can't edit Mistress the regular to oh my God, it's so funny. I'm dying to cough. To Princess Leia back, Mistress Leia back to Princess Leia, and then take off the sound effect when Luke's turned off his lightsaber. Those two small edits. It's like, come on.
There's also another pointless edit in this that didn't make any sense to me.
Which one was that one?
Later on, when Luke lands on Dagobah, when R2 gets swallowed by the creature
Yeah,
and he gets spit out,
yeah.
Luke says, "Oh, you're lucky to get out of there alive." When the original line was, "You're lucky you don't taste very good." I thought the original line sounded so much better.
Man, see, I gotta watch, I guess, just for the fun of it. I gotta watch the one without zero edits. Because I feel like I've never saw those. You know?
Good luck finding them. You have to find them on VHS.
Well, I have the I have the VHS of the re-edits.
Because they don't sell them on Blu-ray or DVD.
Yeah. Well, I know. Well, I heard.
Or you'll have to download them.
Well, I heard that's a possibility in Disney Plus that they might release.
They won't.
Lucasfilm might release. No, because he's already. They. It's so funny. It's called Makanja or something. I forgot what the name of it is, but they got it to where Han shoots first. They changed the scene there.
I saw the re-edited scene. They don't change it. All they do is they add a line of dialogue for Greedo after they shoot or before they shoot.
Oh, I thought they.
Nope, they didn't change it back. I saw the change scene, and it is upsetting.
Well, either or, I do believe that. I think if anything, it's more money for Lucas, more money for Disney. I believe they will release it at one point on Disney Plus.
I know,
It's a great place.
I don't understand that. All these fans that would snatch up the unedited releases of this, the ones that have been decrying foul for years on end for these special editions. If you, Lucasfilm, Disney, if you release the original Star Wars trilogy in its original form, call it the Antiquities Collection or whatever.
Would you want an HD quality or would you want a VHS?
Oh, yeah.
quality?
HD quality. They would snatch that up without any thought at all. You could probably even market it up like well beyond its value, and these fans would eat that up like ants on honey.
I'd buy it just because it's Star Wars. I don't care about the re-edits or the unedits. So his would be he'd buy it on a whole different reason why he'd buy it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm buying this because it's Star Wars, and if you got a new thing, it's not new, but a different take on it, then of course I'd buy it. I have to admit, man, I do like how they took something that's
I want one of those things.
back in the 70s and 80s, obviously in the 80s, and make it look like it could be maybe they hold up.
Yeah, you wouldn't need to edit it. It looks great.
Like I said, this is obviously the newer stuff that's out. But like I said, looking at this, man, it's just like this is after all the stuff they redid with everything. This is
They
amazing.
barely even did anything to these
Yeah,
scenes.
I know. I mean, I'm sure they. When I say clean up, meaning like I don't know how.
There's a few-
What is it called? Re-rendering it? What do you call it?
There's a few lines and stuff they had to touch up, but other than that, they barely did anything to this.
No. What I mean is, I don't know. Maybe I'm getting it wrong. Rendering the visuals so it doesn't look like a VHS tape.
Oh,
It
yeah.
looks like it's
Yeah, I
freaking.
get what you're
It's
saying.
great quality.
Mhm.
Like look at that.
247 airspeeder.
Yeah, what he said. I like how some of the stuff is matte painting still,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't tell. There's one, I think it's in Return of the Jedi where you can tell it's a matte, but I want to say I think I see you, Petty Blue. I just want to say what's up to you. I think that's you. Let's see if it is you. It is you. How are you? Thank you for coming up and hanging out with us for a little bit, getting our Star Wars on. I'm gonna give me some chips because I'm hungry a little bit, kind of sort of.
She's asking how you're doing. How you doing? She's asking.
I'll be right there. I'm doing well, Miss Petty Blue. Thank you for asking. Hope you're doing well yourself. Happy early Thanksgiving. Hope you have a wonderful time with your family and friends, and be safe and keep warm and enjoy it. Be thankful. Yes. Oh, ooh, the brother sister kiss.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Of course.
only in Tennessee.
Of course, they didn't know they were brother and sister at this point. Not even Lucas knew it at this point.
Yeah.
A Viper probe droid.
I actually can't wait. So they know they're gonna have it. And knowing me, I'll end up buying
What?
after 9 comes out, I believe they're going to release a Mega Saga 4K edition,
Oh,
and I will buy that because I would love to see all this in high 4K, especially the older ones. I want to like 4, 5, and 6 to see how that would look on TV. Okay, this is good here.
well, let's put a damper on your dreams or something. But on this small of a screen, the human eye is incapable of rendering 4K.
What do you think?
Buying 4K on this size of a screen is pointless. It's not that much different than buying Blu-ray.
Oh, I can see a difference. I watched what did I just watch? I just watched a film, and I put on the regular HD that I have, whether it be on here or on my PS4 or whatever, and then I actually went on my 4K and played the disc.
Mm-hmm.
Completely nice. It looks like a freaking realistic, like you shot on yourself, like like you shot it in yeah. It does not look like that. Matt Pitting in the back.
Mm-hmm. For those of you who didn't attend last week on Wednesday, we went to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
There you go.
And it was quite cool. We were awesome in the Millennium Falcon. Me and my wife piloted. We had an awesome gunner.
You did it right here. You did it right.
We had some crappy engineers though.
You went from this country.
Yeah, couldn't talk to them. No habla español.
The weather seems like the same thing as last week.
I know. It was rainy there, so we got on everything pretty quickly, which was a benefit. But my wife was cold and wet.
We did we did Galaxy's Edge. We did we did the Millennium Falcon ride.
We went to the
We did
cantina.
the cantina. And then we went and we did the Haunted Mansion, Jungle Cruise, Indiana Jones,
Yes.
um,
We went on Hyperspace Mountain,
Hyperspace Mountain,
Star Tours.
Tour.
What else did we do? We did a couple more things, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
What was that?
But there's one more in there somewhere we did. You wouldn't know shop too.
Yeah.
Don't know what happened. Don't know what happened. Here we are again.
Yeah. They're getting ready to evacuate Hoth at this point.
Yes. Let's call out a driving test.
Oh, that's scary.
She's not on the last, so we can't. I'm still here. Cool, Petty Blue. Are you working today, Petty Blue? Are you off today? Are you home? What's your status? Some nice shots. I'm home. I had
hurt her back.
Oh man, sorry about your back.
You gotta lift with the legs.
Did you did you pull
Sorry.
did you pull it like from a job or just from at home? The first transport is away.
Hmm.
My fourth and fifth lumbar.
Yes.
Lumbar. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. I should know, but I don't.
It's
But
one of the discs in your back.
there you go.
My wife is a nurse. She comes in handy.
There you go. Yeah. R2D2.
Yeah. So when you go back in a couple weeks, I definitely need you to pick me up one of those Sabak decks.
And how much are they again?
$16.99, and I will pay you back for that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna keep hounding you about that too, so you don't forget. So
I won't forget.
that's just I'm just a reminder that I'm gonna be super annoying about that.
I'm gonna be super not buying it. I'm just kidding. I got you, man. I got you.
I know you got me, but I got my sights set on it.
Well,
So
just go. Why don't you go pay that $75 one online?
no,
Come on,
because those
man.
guys are crazy, man.
No, look, you don't got you don't gotta be got a code. You just gotta buy it. They'll ship it to you in a nice little package, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, my wife won't let me spend $75.
Well, let her. You gotta be. That's where you gotta be the car salesman. You gotta give her the cones and the prawns.
That doesn't work on her.
I'm just giving this that you know. You can do it.
Yeah, right.
Just automate when she says yes. Like have her say yes, like a conversation, and then you splice. You know how to do stuff on edit. So you just do the whole conversation in bits and pieces. So one time you're like, hey, da, da, da. She says, yeah, that's okay, fantastic. Then you go and then you say your line about asking about buying it online, and then yeah, like I said, you piece it together, and then you say hey,
You told me I could.
yeah, honey, I got it right here. Listen, and then
yeah, I'm sure that would go over real well.
as long as she doesn't watch this episode, you're good. You're good.
That guy plays in Empire, or not Empire Strikes Back. Of course, that's what we're watching. He plays in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Wow. As what?
One of the main bad guys, Walter Donovan. There's a couple of repeat actors. The guy who plays Admiral Ozzel, he plays Hitler in that movie. When Indiana Jones runs into Hitler and he signs his little journal, that's Hitler.
Do you have your cell phone?
Yeah.
Do you have Patricia's number?
Patricia? Miss Patricia Johnson? I don't know. Let me see.
I hope so.
I do. No, I don't. Actually, she's in my contacts, but I don't have her number.
Do you have Louise?
His number I do have, as long as it hasn't changed.
I think he did change. He did change it.
Why?
AJ just texted me, well, if I want to go to dinner tonight. And I can't text kids. Oh, Jamaica. I would hope it's true that he gets his moment. It's just so crazy. I can't say enough how visually how Lucas pressed the envelope. Because you got to remember this. This is the first trilogy, so for the '70s and '80s, yeah, '70s and '80s, and then to get the prequels with another set of him you know breaking down the barrier for more visuals, and then now with 7, 8, and even though he didn't break it, but they're always trying to build it,
Mm-hmm.
and to look back and see this was 30 years ago. It's pretty incredible. Pretty incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there are some parts you can tell for
Yeah.
sure, like how they're walking. It's very robotic, like jolty. I was just watching that.
Yeah. And they're still using stop motion for those things.
Yeah.
They're models about this big.
I wonder how they film that and then get it to move and stuff. It's crazy.
They would have a guy.
The puppet thing.
No. It would be a model that was held up by like suspension rods and stuff, and then there was like a trap door behind it, and there would be a guy that would come up and he would move it a little bit, and they would film it on the side, and then the guy would go under. They snap the shot. He'd come up and he'd move it a little bit more, go under, and so on and so forth.
That sounds like a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. That's why stop motion artists were artists. And if you had a good one, you wouldn't let them go.
Like I said, that was like several shots right there.
Yeah.
Just that
It's,
section.
it's just like animating a cartoon. You would have to move it just enough for a frame so it didn't look, like you moved too much or not enough. And then you would have to snap it and then repeat the process.
They got no problem turning that lightsaber off there. I'm kidding. What happened if Lucas would have put a big O at that walking right past it and they did episode 4?
God.
That'd be hilarious.
Like, what are you doing? I thought it needed a new, a new flavor.
Like right now, he starts walking right past it.
Too much, Lucas. Too much.
At least, if he did that, at least he would have been consistent. Have one big giant creature for each one.
Funny thing about that particular scene, you saw that sign on the door, the little yellow sign. There is a cutout scene in this movie where, the Wampa creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Earlier in the movie, you see a medical droid looking at a tauntaun. Well, earlier in the movie, the Wampas break in and they start eating the tauntauns. That door with the yellow sign on it, they have a bunch of Wampas in there. There was supposed to be a scene where they're passing that door, and R2-D2 opens that door and lets the Wampas out.
What up, Ranger? Oh, that's great. And where's that at?
It's violence.
In the leading scenes, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if they actually filmed it or if they just storyboarded it or whatever, but that was supposed to be in here.
That's cool. What's going on, Ranger? Yeah. Just relaxing. That's always good. I wonder what stormtroopers are those.
Snow troopers.
Snowtroopers.
Yeah. Leave Hoth behind.
See, wouldn't Darth Vader would have felt Leia and both, for God's sake.
Well, yeah, that's one of the inconsistencies where it didn't occur to Lucas because he didn't have it in mind to make it, because it wasn't in his mind that Luke and Leia were brother and sister.
I would have done a reshot. What do you call it? I would have done a reshoot. They didn't have those many back then in the day.
Yeah, they did.
Not today though.
Not like today. No, they do.
It's mandatory now. It's like when you sign on, you
I
for
know.
sure doing reshoots.
Which is kind of stupid. Back in the day, they were like, okay, we need to get this movie done.
Mm-hmm. Well, they have it now because I truly believe they're like, okay, well, we got to make the fans happy, so we're gonna wait to see what the results sound like on the trailer or X Y Z, and if it's not great, reshoots.
Yeah, kind of a cop out.
Yeah, it's sad. It's like people don't have like people don't have like what they believe. They're like, hey, this is gonna be a good movie. We believe in it. Let's put it out. They call it.
They don't have enough faith in
Yeah,
their own thing.
yeah. That's why I'm not saying that you guys like, and it's because again I didn't play this game, so I understand why you guys rioted and had a moment. But I personally think that the whole Sonic thing, I think that I wish they would have just stuck to their guns, released it, just because that was what he, even though it was ugly and it, like you guys said, it wasn't what you guys or what it was. You know what I mean? Like I said, I can't say that because I never. I mean, I think I played the game once or twice, 3-4 times, because I suck at it. But my point is that if they just, I think they should have released it, and it is what it is, and if it tanked, it tanked. If it didn't. But damn, that was tough, man. Go ahead and these niggas said, hold up, we gonna stop everything. We gonna reshoot the whole damn movie, or pretty much the whole damn movie, and bam.
Well,
That's tough.
it is tough, but here's the difference between that and reshoots on like a live action movie. It's a digital character
Okay.
that's overlaid in the movie already.
Well, what I mean is that they.
I know they added reshoots to accommodate certain things, but that was their decision. All that we wanted was the character to look different. And I know that takes time and money, but they didn't need to reshoot the whole movie for that. They just needed to take the character and remake
Well,
it again.
if they, but the thing is, if they did the character and it had to do with the scene, meaning like with the actors and that's, and they'd have to obviously regenerate that or redo that.
No, they wouldn't,
Why?
because it's just a digital character on screen. It's not something that's physically there.
No, I know, I get that. I'm saying because from even not just the character, but I heard like, I know the character was the main thing, but there was even gripes about the whole trailer itself, like the whole concept, the look. That's why you think like I even think that this first trailer, the first thing you see is like when I first saw it, I was like, holy crap, this looks like the video game because it had that. You know how like the beginning of Sonic, you got like it kind of shows you the world of the 3D. Is it 3D Sonic? I think it is, where it shows you like the whole world, like.
Oh yeah, I see. That's a whole separate issue. For me, it was just the character.
Right.
I didn't care about anything else.
Yeah.
Just the character.
Yeah.
The character itself was creepy and weird, and it's just like, this is not Sonic. I am sorry.
Ooh, this is good. This is good.
Yeah.
This is good. I love this.
Yes, we are in the asteroid
This
chase scene.
Yes.
This is another great scene in this movie.
My favorite, one of my favorites, next to Darth saying what he says. This is good. And I even though I know it doesn't not part of not thinking of Solo, but it's kind of cool. Like I always notice now because they do that in Solo. Like when they fly or when he flies, and he does any of those crazy, maneuvers or close. I always think of that because he does that twice in Solo, where once it doesn't work in the beginning, and in the second one, um, right before he gets eaten up at the end by the by that creature or that or sucked in. Yeah, so it's kind of cool because that's like his move. No, and like I said, not just that for that movie, but just in anything. Like it sucks if you were let's say you're a person that you created. Gotta say it's got to be more difficult if it's not your own thing. Like for example, like if you're borrowing off source material, or if you are working on a movie that's a book or already a franchise and you're working on it, it's tough because there's fans, so you have to please them as best you can. So I do get that. Um, it's much easier if you had your own story, but it's difficult all the way around because of that's it. That's so awesome, man. I can't even tell which. I think the part in there was part matte painting, but you couldn't tell. Like holy crap. Um, it would just be suck as you're a director or if you're an actor and you put out a movie that you thought you really did well on, and then have it be, told, oh, we got it not good, so we got to reshoot it, or we don't, wasn't well received, so we got to do it differently. And that's kind of like what had happened with the Rise of Skywalker. Like there's supposedly like several endings to the damn thing because the test screenings, there some that like it, some that don't, some you know what I mean. It's like
I thought we were talking about Sonic.
well, but just go back and forth, different films. Yes, it's not like Sonic is usually said yours was just a character, but I know that there are a lot of people that were the whole entire. They weren't digging the character. They weren't digging what it looked like. And they didn't, you know what I mean? They're like, this isn't a Sonic movie. And there again, it's like, okay, well, can you define what a Sonic movie is? What is it? You know what I mean? And again, if you think you have a better idea, then take your, not you, meaning them, take your booty into and give your give your 2 cents. So that's my thing. It's I will say that I have a friend of mine that did say this, and I respect him for it. What he said was, there are a lot of guys in Hollywood that don't give a crap and do it on purpose, and I don't disagree with that. I think there are some that don't care, and they don't care if they please the fans or not.
They just want to make
They
another buck.
they want to make enough money, and I don't disagree with that. I don't. But at the same time, we don't know.
Here's that line. Here's that line I'll be talking about. Watch once he finds him. So R2D2 just got spat out by the bog monster after crash landing in the Dagobah. Are you all right? Come on. You were lucky to get out of there. See? You were lucky you don't taste very good. Doesn't that sound better? It adds a little humor to it.
Oh, I don't even know. but you said you saw that before.
Yeah, that's how it was in the original.
So I don't remember that. I was probably way too young as a kid.
Yeah, it's like, you're lucky you don't taste very good. Of course, he's a droid. Ha ha ha, it's funny.
Yeah.
You were lucky to get out of there. Okay. I mean, you went from a kind of a humorous line to something totally stale and stupid. That kind of change boggles my mind. I get wanting to play with the CGI and overcrowding things because you have a new toy and you want to play with it, but to just totally eliminate a good line for a bad line, come on.
I think maybe they were trying to keep it more of a serious tone, maybe.
But that doesn't make any sense.
I know. Don't beat the Wampa, man. Don't beat the Wampa.
Leave me alone to my meditation chamber.
Yes.
So all vacuum sealed, so Vader can sit in there without his helmet and his suit. He can survive inside that chamber without his suit.
You know darn well if they would have made this today, we would have seen that. We would have saw the inside of that. That would have been cool.
I think it's better that we didn't.
I know
The
the
mysterious.
in your mind. Yeah. I know. And see that I don't know what you want to call it with me, man, because either like I'm both sides. I could one say like I just said what I said and I wouldn't mind seeing it, and then you say what you said. I need to see it because you're right. It's like it's mysterious. I like both ways. I like either way that it went to go down. I really gotta send you those videos, man. There's like some of these guys that explain certain things. Like someone explained, and again, it's just their thoughts, and it just made sense. Like they were talking about how like in episode 8 how it's stuck, the his X-wing is stuck, and why it was stuck and why because everybody was like, well, why didn't he just take out his how come he didn't take out his X-wing and fly it to Crate and XYZ and that'd have been epic and see it. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I see your point. That would have been really cool him lifting it up because that would have been a cool parable that he couldn't lift it up in here, but
Yeah.
that would have been cool. See, I see that. I see it. Like that would have been cool. Like I would have lost my marbles and saw him lift it up and then fly it. Or lift it up and then have it not work because it's been in the water for way too long. Like that'd be cool. But like, yeah, it's like, and I forgot the reason. There's a reason why he actually said. I was like, that makes sense why he didn't do it. And I gotta get that video. I gotta find it for you. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, this food is nasty.
It's dry rations, man.
It's gross.
Survival rations.
Uh,
This is what they give you when you're lost at
military.
sea.
Oh, military food, right?
Yeah, pretty
Like
much.
you're being watched. But I mean, harm. I am wondering, why are you here? Let's go, you boy. Luke, you be Luke. Found someone you have, I would say. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Help you, I got this. Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. I'm looking for a great warrior.
A great warrior. Ha ha ha. Wars not make one great. Wow.
Put that down. Hey, that's my dinner. He doesn't do that.
I don't care. Oh my god, are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my lord. Okay, game done. He just gonna really get on because he makes some kind. He is not silent, so you can kiss my booty. He doesn't sit there and go like this. He makes some kind of noise. And sorry if I sound like Chewbacca instead of Yoda, but you can kiss my butt.
I'll kiss your butt.
Damn. This is why we got Star Wars issues. Is guys like this guy. Holy crap. This is tough. I'm gonna need. What is that? Oh,
We needed to get out of this mud hole, slimy mud hole.
I thought it said something else. I was like, what the heck is he saying? Oh yeah, I like how he beats. It's so funny.
I know.
That's pretty damn good for a puppet, man.
Oh, that's awesome. As a puppet.
Dope. No, what's really cool is they in 8 they actually used a puppet for that,
Yes. Yes.
and everybody was complaining about it.
I don't know why.
I was like, why? Y'all were just complaining that y'all didn't like the CGI. And so now they brought back the puppet for Master Yoda. And they still didn't like it. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say that it's so funny, like the one major thing in Last Jedi with that I thought was total big, we'll call it plot hole, just didn't make no dang sense, it was hilarious to me, is Luke was getting ready to torch the freaking tree. Torch it.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm getting rid of it. It's done. He tells Master Yoda whatever he tells him about the Sith. Like, it's done. Jedi needs to go. And then Yoda smirks and smiles and points his finger, and boom, lightning tree blows up. And he's all, Master Yoda, what are you doing? The Jedi attacks. And he's like, whatever, page turn, they're not, whatever.
Mhm.
And I'm like, wait a minute, how you just said you were gonna, why are you so upset?
Yeah.
That was a huge one. I was like, wait a minute.
It's
So,
actually not a plot hole.
it's not plot hole, not wrong terminology, not plot hole, but just it didn't make sense in the text because like 1 minute he's like, I'm gonna kill, I want to put this thing down, yada yada yada.
No, it's because he knew Yoda had to show up and do it because he knew Luke wouldn't have actually done it. Luke would have got there, and at the last minute, he would have been like, you know what, I can't do this.
I got you.
So Yoda showed up and was like, it's got to be done. Because you're right. This stuff it's old, it's outdated, it hasn't updated itself, it's not a living document, it doesn't match the times. And, you actually have a valid point. It's not the Sith that's destroying it, it's both. The Jedi and the Sith. We don't create balance. We are actually destroying the Force because we're both pulling on opposite ends. And it's doing this.
Scoundrel. I still guess crazy that I heard that Han didn't even want to, or Harrison Ford didn't want to even do the 6. Like he was done after 5.
Yeah, he
Sucks.
said that instead of his character being frozen in Carbonite, his character should have died in that scene. It would have had more impact for his character, which I agree with. But
yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of tossed between that because I would think everybody, including myself, likes his character, so we would. Yeah.
And that was why he stayed alive. Plus, of course, Lucas had made a deal, all those royalties on toys and stuff. So, yeah, keep his character alive for another movie. We can make more Han Solo toys, and I keep raking in those bills, yo.
Yeah. And then 7 came along and said, "Hey, here's my chance to die."
Yep.
I don't know. That's crazy. Hey, I just bought that on the floor.
Yeah.
MS3, right?
MSE.
MSE. Oh, I like this part.
Where's the chimp mask? Oh, it's not there.
You get the real one here.
We
Yeah,
get-
buddy.
We get Mr. McDiarmid
Yeah,
there.
there we go.
I am the Senate. Also, what he says is different too.
How is this possible? Such your feelings, Lord Vader. You know it's to be true. You can destroy a sin just a boy.
Obi-Wan can help him no longer. The Force is strong with him. The son of Skywalker must not become a Jedi.
If he can be turned, he'll become a powerful asset.
Yes. He would be a great asset. Can it be done?
He will join us or die, Master. I should have my phone. I have the Darth Vader voice on there. That's a small home.
Well, yeah, when you're only 3 feet tall.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of bad stuff going on there with like Miss Seattle because they made a Yoda, Baby Yoda on the Mandalorian, y'all. Master Jedi was getting his freak on. See, I'm gonna say it right now. I think all Jedis are hypocrites. They all be making out with people, and there's Force babies everywhere. They don't even know it.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan obviously had an affair. Anakin had an affair. Well, not a fairy. I've seen Batman. And you had freaking
They be
Luke.
they're not having affairs, but they're definitely doing
Yeah.
their business.
Luke doing his thing. Freaking Leia obviously did her thing, even though she wasn't really a Jedi, but you know she had Force sensitive. Then you have, I'm sure Mace Windu definitely had his thing.
Oh, Mama Jamma,
Oh,
you
yeah,
know he hitting up the Players Club.
yeah. Him and. I'm sure him and Colt 45 definitely met up somewhere. They should do a movie with that when Mace Windu meets up with Lando. Oh, that'd be a good one. What the hell would you call that?
That'd be like a Lethal Weapon movie.
Lethal Weapon in space for sure.
That'd be like a Shaft movie.
Yeah. I'm down. I'd watch it. I'd watch all of it. I'd watch all of it. Someone did say they are thinking about doing, which would be cool. I don't care what story they told. It would be cool if they did a Mace Windu story on the Disney Plus, like a miniseries. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. They could either do a time before even one where he's doing his thing, or if they wanted to do where the hell he disappeared to for whatever, or if that's where he died, whatever. I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool if they did that, because you really don't get a chance to explore his character that much in any of the prequels.
We don't get anything. We get a few pretentious remarks from him throughout the prequels, and that's it.
You get more of the Senate side, or the what do you call it, the council side. You don't get like the Jedi part.
The only time he really does anything is in episode 2 when he attacks Jango Fett. He gets like 2 minutes, and he's just like, "Okay, we're done here." And then in episode 3 when he attacks Sidious,
Chief
and
Palpatine, yes.
And then Anakin basically big slaps him out the window.
Yep. The talking refined, it's the music.
It's the music. It's the music that kills it. Okay. Man, today's a tiring day for me. Took some cough medicine last night, and I think it jacked me up. There you go. Slept in later than I wanted to. Whoa, Minoc. Or 3PO. If I was 3PO, I would have stayed on Endor, where they worshipped me like a god. You know?
We haven't got there yet.
I know, but still. I'm just saying.
I got you. So, question.
Yeah.
4 and 9. Do you need? Let me get the whole question now. Do you need an explanation for Snoke, or did they just, hey, he was the baddie in 7, baddie in 8, Kylo figured it out, killed him, is what it is? Or do you need them to really say, hey, this is who Snoke was, yada yada yada, and yada yada yada, and
I am perfectly fine with him just being dead.
yeah, and then like let's say they don't even gotta mention him, like Kylo killed him.
I am perfectly fine with him just saying, "No, Kylo killed him. That's it."
Yeah, I'm cool with that too.
I am perfectly fine with that. I thought it was really cool that they just killed him off.
Yeah,
I was like, "Okay,
why can't you have
that's fine by me."
a smaller antagonist? Why not?
Yeah,
I mean, even though they were trying to make him this big baddie, which he seemed like he was.
yeah.
I mean, it'd be kind of cool. I wonder, and the only reason why, because they were saying, especially with all the comics and some of the hair stuff, I heard that after Vader, or where he's at right now, um,
Vader.
not Vader, sorry, Palpatine, like he basically had an apprentice he had, or someone he was,
Messing with.
yeah, and I wonder if that would be Snoke.
Could be. I
And
mean,
that'd be kind of cool because you know what's really cool from some of the stuff I heard, that, and it would, I guess, make sense from what they were doing, and whoever thought of it was kind of a genius to be like, that's what it is. So supposedly, I guess Dark Plagueis knows how to know how to, I guess, figured out how to do was it wormholes, or how to transport yourself through whatever, and I guess that Palpatine figured that power out, and so when Vader takes him and throws him down that it's a shaft, just a shaft or
reactor core shaft.
reactor core shaft, and you see that big blue
Mm-hmm.
thing. Um, they're saying that from what one of the scene descriptions is that's where he um, transports himself to the unknown regions of whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and of course he didn't do that without a price. Obviously he was badly hurt and pretty much almost
Mhm.
dead, and his whole, I guess that's the whole part of bringing Rey and Kylo together, because with those two is how he can regenerate his. It's kind of like that movie. Which one was it where they had to give a certain had to have this certain thing to make his body young again. It's like either a vampire movie or
That doesn't narrow it down. There's a
oh,
bunch
there's a
of movies
few
out
I
there
know,
with
but
that.
there's one that like really like went with the same storyline. I was gonna say Once Bitten. I could use Once Bitten with Jim Carrey. Remember the old lady, or the lady, the vampire lady,
Yeah.
and she needs him to become young again.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. So
That's
it's interesting.
that's too much exposition right there.
It's gonna be wild, man.
That's, I don't care. I don't care for that much exposition because that takes up too much time, and then that just
That's gonna, like I said, man, it's gonna be tough. I don't know how JD's gonna do it. I wouldn't want to be in his shoes to
yeah.
try to culminate all freaking 9 movies to make
Especially
sense.
with all these fans that are like, we need explanations. It's like you're gonna have this entire movie of just exposition, just explaining episode 8, and that's gonna be the whole episode 9, and then at the end you're gonna have 15 minutes of new stuff, and that's a pardon my French.
Yeah.
That's a poo poo job.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna. I think they are going to. I think there's gonna be so it's a 2.5 hour, 2 and 40 minute like movie. So I'm hoping that they give each. I think, me personally, I think that they should give for each almost 40 minute for the 3 acts. Like each act should almost give like a fan service, but hey, here's for the original sequels, for the trilogy. Here's something for y'all. In the prequel trilogy, here's something for y'all, and then here's the new trilogy. Here's something for y'all, and then make the story make sense. Call it a day. You know what I mean? Because that's the only way he's gonna be able to play it again. Because if he tries to just stick with one genre, which is I'm sorry, I know you don't like when I say that, but you know my point. Like
Yeah.
with like let's say one trilogy, the old guy, the original guy's not gonna like it, or the prequel guy's not gonna like it, and then if they do the opposite, where it's like seems like all prequel stuff, they're like, what the heck? I feel like he has to hit each beat of each trilogy, but then he can't overpower it.
I would just say just stick with the new movie and just tie up the trilogy.
Yeah, no,
But
I know it's gonna be tough.
I do not envy J.J. Abrams right
Nope.
now.
I heard he's supposed to do the new Superman movie, man. I hope so.
Yeah.
Whether it be Michael B. Jordan or whether it be Henry, it don't matter. I think it's gonna be good.
Yeah. It's just, episode 9. I am excited for it, but I'm also kind of dreading it because everything that I hear is exactly what you're saying. It's just like it's going to be like this vomit fest of fan service and trying to explain away episode 8. And if that's all it is, it's going to be a nightmare.
Yeah, I as far as everything I'm hearing, it's not. I don't hear it being a vomit fest. I'm hearing, and they're ending it, like, supposedly what the true ending is. Oh, that's what's it for Mandalorian.
That's IG-88.
That's
yeah.
cool, man. Yeah, I heard Boba is not a part of the Mandalorian, which sucks. I mean, it's not sucks, but it'd be kind of cool if he was.
No, Boba Fett's dead.
Yeah. Well, you think?
No, he's dead.
How we know?
Because I said so.
He ain't dead, man.
He's dead. He's digesting for 1,000 years in the Sarlacc pit.
I saw the solid. He can actually get out of that.
No,
He can get out of that.
no, we can't.
Okay, well, good luck with that.
I don't care what y'all fans want. That's what happened to him.
I'm not disagreeing. He was eaten alive. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. I saw him get slurped up. Now, how well the digestive system go, because I have to imagine that those creatures got to poop somewhere. Just letting you, they can't just sit. Like if I eat something right like this right here, I just ate this. Not one piece is gonna be in there just chilling, like never gonna leave my stomach for the rest of its life. It's gonna sooner or later all leave my insides. So with that being said,
yes, but
Boba Fett.
Here's the difference.
Oh, here you go.
Okay, it takes a Sarlacc's digestive system 1,000 years, whereas a human digestive system takes about 24 hours.
I give you that. So listen, we never said that he's gonna be the same age when he comes out. He definitely gonna be an old Mama Jama.
Missing an arm and a leg as it was.
The new Darth Vader. I'm excited. Yeah, it's gonna be great. He got his gear.
I don't want him to come back.
Another hater.
Not a hater. Not a hater. I am not a hater. I just don't want him to come back. Again, it goes back to the whole tiny little box thing.
True. Well, that's why they came with the Mandalorian.
That's cool. Fine, and I'm good with that.
But they're gonna bring back Boba Fett too. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Now, the one that would be crazy brought back would be Jango Fett, because his head got chopped off.
Yes, he comes back with a robo head.
Now, see, that's too much.
And he's all like the Terminator.
See, that's why I'm saying, see, that's too much. That's too much. See, there's a limit. That's too much.
I finally hit his limit.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. There's no too much. There's a certain line. That went over. Boba Fett, not too bad. That's reasonable. But Jango coming back with his head chopped, no, man, that's tough. You can't fix that.
Boba Fett wouldn't come back. He'd suffocated.
He got his gear from the Mandalorians.
No, it's not self-contained spacesuit.
You never know.
It doesn't have an air system.
So I had a button in there somewhere. He pressed it and got air.
Okay, so he can survive for a day. Okay.
Longer. A few thousand years.
No, ain't happening.
See, it's called the movies. Anything can happen, apparently.
Okay. I'll give you that one.
Isn't fantasy and sci-fi supposed to be?
That is a point in your favor.
There you go.
Not sci-fi. Sci-fi is supposed to be grounded in reality.
Okay.
That's why Star Wars is space fantasy and not actually science fiction.
Okay, so fantasy should be whatever you want, like space horses.
That's why in Rogue One, when you see the Star Destroyer hovering over that city, Star Destroyers in real life physics would be incapable of atmospheric flight because of the sheer mass of that ship. It would just fall out of the sky and just crush that city.
You want the impossible. Yoda. Don't forget about talking about the midichlorians now.
Don't you dare.
Come on, Yoda. Tell them where it's all coming from.
We will have to shut this off and leave.
Midichlorians, y'all. That's where it comes from.
My ears are bleeding.
It's all gonna come back first. So I hope Palpatine or I hope Ray or Kylo, somebody says it, man. That'd be hilarious.
You know, it would be hilarious if they retcon it and they say, you know, all that midichlorian stuff. I'm paraphrasing here because they won't use this kind of language, but all that midichlorian stuff, that was baloney.
That's kind of funny.
That was propaganda.
It should be Hux. It should be Hux that says it too with his joking.
I know.
Midichlorians, it's not real.
That's how you would say it too. He's got that very
midichlorians are baloney.
I can't really scream it because, first of all, my voice is still a little raw.
He has that accent, that Britain accent too.
All the Imperials do.
He has a heavy though,
Yes,
like
he does.
really like Nazi bad, like horrible.
Yes, he is super Nazi.
See, this is what they wanted in episode 8, right? They wanted this to happen. They wanted Luke to pull this off.
And show Rey some neato tricks, but I was fine not seeing it. See, that's the difference between me and a lot of 8 haters.
I will say this: if people have not gotten, I heard the description for the international trailer supposed to come out in a week or so, and from what they music, hello, turn it back down. Sorry, I got excited. What they described that's supposed to see on screen could be the best trailer of all time. I'm looking forward to it. Let's just say that they're gonna show me the glimpse of Dark Ray and Ray fight, and that'd be dope. That's a great way to lead that. I like that.
It's kind of a spoiler, though.
Well, they already told it. That's why it's not really a big thing. Is because everybody's like, "Oh, is Ray turning bad?" And it's like, no. This is kind of like what Luke did. We just saw this movie where Luke fought Vader in a dream.
It's kind of an illusion.
So this is an illusion thing, yeah. Or she has a flash forward of something that she can see, so she fights herself, which I think is gonna be badass. I do like how they're keeping, if you want to call it parable, I do like
a parallel.
Yeah, how they're taking bits and pieces of the original or prequel, and they're kind of, I get it. I get it. You know what I mean?
And that's I'm perfectly okay with that because it hits the same beats that show that are great teaching points for future Jedi's.
That was so pimps up in the control. That was so cool.
Like Luke learned from his time in the Mystic Cave on Dagobah that if he continues down the path that he is, fighting with his emotions and letting his emotions lead the way, then he's just going to end up right where his father is. He didn't know it was his father at this point, but when he busts open Vader's mask, he sees his own face, revealing that if he continues down his path, he's going to end up where Vader is. He's going to be the new Darth Vader, following in his father's footsteps. And it's an important point for Luke to learn from. So if they parallel that with Rey, I'm fine with that because it's an important lesson for a Jedi to learn.
Yep. We get to see my man Solo see Lando for the first time from Solo. No pun intended. This is going to be good. Colt 45 about to show up.
No L3.
L3 is here.
Well, no,
She's in the Millennium
not the L3 that we don't need.
Yes, I got you.
You knew what I meant.
I got you mean big old hip girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trans L3.
Oh wow, forgot about that. Yeah. That was a slick move. That was a slick move.
Where's the slave one? Where's the slave one?
This is pretty cool too.
Right there.
Yep, I thought that was awesome. I was like, what?
A Fire Spray 33 patrol craft.
Yeah, too much information. But is it the same one that his dad have?
Yes, it was.
I like how if it's the same ship, I like how they made it like all jacked up looking.
Yeah.
Because the other one had like color to it. And again, this is what everybody wanted to see Rey do. They wanted to see her train.
Yeah, that is one thing I do kind of a little smidgen agree with on some of the fans that Rey is a little bit of a Mary Sue.
A little bit, yeah.
Just a little bit.
I mean, like I said, I think as a whole trilogy, because I really think we're going to see a huge training sequence with her in this one for sure.
Well,
either with Leia or even with part Luke. Like I ask people all the time, it's like if you know there's a trilogy coming out and it's not just a one movie with two off, it's a trilogy or a franchise type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I can see like at the end of it, if you didn't get what you were supposed to, maybe, but people make the assumption like they haven't even seen it yet, so it's like okay, well you can't make an assumption like maybe she will train, you know.
Well, up until now, this either way, this training is after the fact anyway. But up until now, she's been kind of a Mary Sue. She's been pretty good at everything that she's done, and that's what's got fans kind of upset. It's because it's like, well, she started off, she's good at fighting with her staff. She's good at handling a lightsaber. She's good at the Force. She's good at this. She's good at that. Is there anything she's not good at? That's where fans are kind of upset about.
Right. And I think from some explanations that I've heard about the whole, she's, if she's kind of like that Anakin type of maid thing, that would make sense to me because that's how Anakin was the same freaking way. Look at Anakin that they showed in episode 1. He was just some boy.
Yeah.
He sits there and fixes up this ship, and then he sits there and he wins the freaking race.
Yeah.
And then he goes up there and he flies this new ship, and then he's freaking piloting up there and he blows up the freaking
The Trade Federation.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's absolutely true. So if Rey is a Jedi homunculus like Anakin, then yeah.
And I want to say I think that's the whole part of the whole, Palpatine. I don't know how they call it, grandfather. I don't know how they're calling him being a father or whatever. So that would but that was still in all actuality. And if you're talking about that same type of thing, I love this visual here, so cool. Like Anakin's mom was, Shmi, but then Dad would actually be Palpatine kind of thing, right? Because if he kind of like who made it? like who made
Yeah, it's kind of like an analogy for like
Jesus, right,
Yeah.
right. So I wonder if whether it be Palpatine or not, whoever made Ray,
Yeah.
which would probably if it is Palpatine because he's trying to make another Vader
Yeah.
or more powerful than Vader, which would be kind of crazy because I don't know. I just think that'd be kind of cool.
It'd be an interesting take on it, but yeah.
Oh, my friend. I remember them sitting or standing, looking at the Millennium Falcon, all jacked up. And he's like, "I never want to see you again. Give me my money, give me my this, and I'm gone."
I hate you.
Yeah, Wow, you slimy double crossing no good one. Yeah, come on now. Yeah, he's talking. What's kind of cool is because now I know what he's talking about.
Well,
Kinda.
they've probably done more things together. That's something I would like to see with further Solo stories. Because I'd like to see them have more adventures, so we can kind of get a little more context to how they've kind of have this kind of rocky relationship.
Right.
After Han Solo wins the Millennium Falcon, Lando tries to win it back, or he tries to steal it.
Yeah.
They have this whole 48 hours kind of relationship going on.
Yeah. Well, yeah. However they play this out, like right now, if they ever did do where they did more stories, this would still add up to this with no question. If they never touched it ever again, it still adds up to it because, like all the stuff he just said, it's creepy crazy that it all answered in Solo.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool. It's so funny. What'd you do with what's wrong with the Falcon? Oh god. Everybody thought what is it, Lobo? Is it
Lobot.
Lobot? Yeah, everybody thought he was gonna show up in the thing. Which would be really cool to see, but it's L3 in a reincarnation.
Oh god.
I'm kidding.
You just ruined the whole character for me.
And it's so funny how windows open up scenery.
Yeah, I know. Because in the original sets
It's
for this
all
they're just all white
walls.
panels.
Yep. And it's so cool seeing like just even they're so small, it makes it seem so much bigger.
Yeah. When they went back to re-edit it, they were like, this is a city in the clouds. They would have like windows everywhere.
Yeah. Hey, what was that C3P unit? What was that? The silver droid.
It's just another interpreter bot. I don't know the actual number for it. I bet I could dig it up.
Do they always look like that?
Most of them, yeah.
Okay. Because I thought it was Anakin's
no
design. So
no.
I was like, how?
Anakin didn't have his design. He just found scrap parts and put it together.
Oh, okay. And that's how deep some of these theories go. Like right now, when Obi-Wan shows up, it's same thing at number 6, where they're sitting on rock and they're doing everything. Like, see, Force Ghosts can use their powers. Like, even though they're not meaning it, but they're like, see, Obi-Wan is standing on that rock. It's like, I don't think Jordan was thinking about that.
Yeah,
He's like, I just want to put a Force Ghost here.
Yeah, it wasn't. You guys are getting way too deep.
I'm just telling you what they're doing.
I know, that's
crazy.
I'm talking to them.
Oh yeah.
You guys are getting way too deep. You guys need to lighten up just a little bit because it's a movie. You ever watch Tom Wilson's movie song?
I think so.
Tom Wilson was the guy who played Biff Tannen in Back to the Future.
Oh yeah.
He does a song where people come up to him and they ask him all kinds of questions and stuff.
Wow, yeah.
And they're like, was that real maneuver? And he's like, no, it's a movie. Do those hoverboards really fly? No, it's a movie.
Yeah.
It's a hilarious song.
Engine of Evil.
If you want to know what they fight for, yes. If you choose to face Vader, you will do it alone. I cannot interfere.
Look on his face is priceless.
The fact that the puppet had a look on his face, that's amazing.
This is a nice shot.
It is.
The way they
It's got the low angle up on it.
Yes.
Really adds perspective to the ship.
You picked Daddy. Yoda get it on with Yaddle.
Oh
Had a
god.
baby Yoda. Yeah, buddy. There's another. It would have been funny if he wasn't talking about Leia.
He probably wasn't at this point in the process. Lucas probably had a different person in mind or a different something in mind. Because if you think about it, who was present for the birth of Leia and Luke?
Obi-Wan.
So
Yoda.
exactly. So Obi-Wan should have known who he was talking about.
Mm.
Right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. What's the same thing with the whole droid thing?
yeah.
There had to be something.
Obi-Wan has Alzheimer's.
I'm telling you right now. These are questions that will be answered on the Obi-Wan series, I promise you. He gonna have his mind jacked up. Something's gonna happen.
No. Too much time in the Tatooine sun. Get his brain fried.
Do you think he could? I mean, would that be a bad thing if he lost his memory?
No.
If that's what they did
It's
in the
kind,
episode?
it's kind of a cheap way to write it out, but
But it's gonna be a day where you're gonna have to do Star Wars week.
yeah. You know, there's just certain writing tropes that they're just cheap ways out of plot holes, you know. Oh, he lost his memory. Oh, time travel. You know, it's just really you couldn't think of a more interesting way to solve your plot holes than just time travel. Memory loss, amnesia. I mean,
Yeah.
it's weak.
It is weak, but man, it's tough to find something
It is.
else to make sense.
It's tough, but it shows creativity when you do come up with something. When you do come up with something that's interesting, people go, they notice. They say that's cool. That's creative.
Well, if they did the memory loss or if they did the whole amnesia thing, it would be like I would if they did it in a way that
Was creative, then
Yes.
fine.
that's fine.
But if it's just like
he
oh,
forgot his
he bonked his head and
Yeah.
he forgot.
no, yeah, that's stupid.
What?
Yeah.
Or even if they did a cheapy, Vader like used a force power and he forgot. That's totally cheap.
That's cheap too. I mean, if they really gave a really solid story why it happened,
Yes.
that'd be cool.
Yes.
Oh, here we go. Daddy. Pew pew.
He just blocks him. My robo hand can block your blaster bolts.
Oh yeah. Jabba. I wonder what was on the menu.
That was probably pretty good. It was the sampler that we had at the cantina.
Ew. Gross.
It was good. It wasn't $21 good, but it was good.
I wouldn't even $5 good. Damn,
Yeah.
man. That chip was interesting. Yeah, the way Chewie's acting, that's how the food was.
No.
It was like, don't ever make this again. It's so gross. Oh, it's so nasty. Oh.
Wasn't that nasty. Jeez, man.
You see how C-3PO look? That's what happens after you eat that sampler.
No.
You take a poop in the bathroom, you lose all your parts like that. That's exactly how you look. Yeah, that was some gross stuff.
It
Man.
was not gross. It was good. There was some good stuff.
Okay,
there.
let's have a little fun with this. Would you said you wouldn't pay $21 worth? How about $19?
No,
$15?
no.
$10?
$10 maybe.
As a maybe. So you said yes, you're $8.
Yes.
And $8, an $8 sampler.
Yes. There was enough food on there that was worth $8.
I would have done $5.
$5
I would
absolutely.
have done $5 for sure.
$5 absolutely. There was more than enough food that was worth $5 on.
Yo, I never. Oh, there's plenty of food on there. Edible, I don't know, but there was enough food on there. There was enough food on there for sure.
But it was definitely not $21 worth of food. They thought they could get away with just slapping some fancy Star Wars names on it and hiking the price up to $21. I was like, what the hell?
Well,
Y'all be losing your damn mind.
I wouldn't mind getting that Rancor thing that had the teeth on it.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Because she said that you could have
You
bought
get
like
the whole rack with the
Yeah.
cups in it. That would have been cool.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate you, brother. You think you're treated unfairly?
You know, if you actually think about it, Boba Fett's probably a pretty crappy bounty hunter.
That's tough.
No, and seriously, what is this one thing that Darth Vader warns Boba Fett about? No disintegrations, right? As a bounty hunter, you need to prove to your employer that you either captured or killed your quarry, right? In order to get the money that the bounty that you are prescribed. Well, if you disintegrate a target, there's nothing left.
Mm-hmm.
If you have no proof that you killed this person, you're essentially swindling your employer.
Yeah.
You're a crappy bounty hunter if you're known for just disintegrating people left and right.
Maybe. Maybe. Yeah.
A good bounty hunter brings his target and says, I brought you the person that you wanted. You don't have to be told, hey, I need you to bring me someone. Don't disintegrate him into dust. I'm just saying.
Where the bait? You slime. They go punch. When I first saw this, I knew when he said this line, I knew he didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Because if he really wanted it, he could have beat him more, and he could have.
He would have just let his guards have
Yeah,
his way.
yeah. I like when Chewie wouldn't let him go.
Yeah.
It's like, there's still a chance to save Han on the East platform. Oh, the epic scene's about to go down, people.
Yeah.
By far one of the coolest. It's not even the fight itself; it's the way they shot it.
Oh yeah.
And the scenery is cool, like really cool. Solo. Always turn that down.
Because we don't need no music. Can't have any fun.
How's your Disney Plus still work yet?
Kind of.
Come on, man, you gonna get on that Mandalorian, baby. That soundtrack, I love the Mandalorian soundtrack too.
We'll probably get in on it this weekend.
Yeah, get caught up. Because tomorrow is the 4th episode tomorrow. Or
Is it?
Friday.
Because we found a way to kind of use it because we have a Chromecast, and we found out that it's the PlayStation 4 app that's kind of wonky.
There you go.
So we're gonna try and cast it through our iPads to the Chromecast.
Vader was gonna pay.
Yep.
Was gonna pay
Huh.
Han's bounty. That's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
At least he was trying.
Yeah.
Mr. Pim Daddy Dad over here got the money.
Well, he's got the entire empire behind him.
Gotta ask his papa. Gotta ask his papa Palpatine.
Mm.
Hey, Daddy, I need a few, a couple $1,000. Gotta pay off a debt because the freeze covenant didn't work.
Yeah.
I like how he was just like F you.
Yeah.
Because the whole time, like, and she's like, I love you. And he's like, yeah, I ain't gonna say it back, but yeah, I know. There you go.
Yeah.
Not even me too.
It was actually an ad lib. The script actually said "I love you too," but Harrison was "I know," and that it just stuck like that.
I would laugh if they did like it just out of the blue, like they did with that episode 4 thing, and they just changed that one word. like 5 years from now, you go back and watch it, and it says "I love you too" instead of "I know."
I know.
That would laugh.
That would destroy this movie. That would destroy this scene.
I would love. That'd be hilarious. I would be fine with it, but I'm just. But y'all like guys like yourselves
Yeah.
would lose it.
Yeah, we would lose our minds. It would destroy the scene.
Of course, C-3PO. Oh, he's in coma. He's fine. Let's put it this way: The Mandalorian is kind of like how Cobra Kai is right now for Karate Kid.
Okay.
Like there really hasn't been no one talked bad about Cobra Kai season 1 or 2. So everything right now, the same thing for Mandalorian. I haven't heard one bad thing about Mandalorian. Not one.
Okay.
So you'll be fine. You'll enjoy it.
I'm sure I will.
And I know if you do watch this weekend, then you'll be able to watch all 4 because Friday comes out. The 4th one. It's every Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool. I can't wait because I can talk to you about it.
Tell you how trash it was.
Yeah. Baby Yoda, baby.
God. I'm so sick of seeing those pictures everywhere, though.
But and dude, when you see his little butt, you be
I
like,
know it'll be different when I see
you
it
be
on
like,
there,
it's so
but
cute. You watch, you gonna have to. I guarantee, if Galaxy's Edge don't do it or it doesn't come out in Walmart or Target, man, they stupid. They should have his little, because he has a little you see
Pod.
a little pod with him. Oh, dude, done, so done.
like, I don't want to go out there and get shot, you dumbass droid. Stop it.
I think you're trying to tell him, look, you keep going, you're gonna see your daddy. You're gonna see Darth Vader. Don't do it. You're gonna lose an arm. Look at the trap. Look at the trap. I could try.
It's just not the right race to be saying those words.
Oh wow. I think I know what you're talking about. That's bad.
It's a trap.
Don't leave it alone, man. Don't leave it alone, man. I told myself I wouldn't do any more of that on this channel. Or at least on this show. Yeah. Yes, sir. Sometimes when I watch movies like these, I go to certain parts. This is one of them I go to.
And you just go to the part and watch the part, and then the rest of the movie doesn't matter.
Yeah. I do that for that's what I do for Rogue One. Rogue One, I go to the Vader scene and the Vader scene, and we done with the movie. It's the quickest Rogue One ever. Yeah. Oh yeah. I like how his went out all slow. And I heard how Vader went to a one-handed style fight. Ooh, he just spin.
See, there's a little flash in this one, but it's not all super crazy.
Oh no. Well, like I said, they they wanted to for the prequels. They wanted to even though Luke's still kind of young here, but they wanted to show what like these super young Jedi's could do. I guess super young Jedi's could fly around. So
And I kind of get that, but it's just
well, that's why I was. That's why I was okay when Luke Skywalker, even though that was his what do you call that when you're was projecting himself,
uh-huh.
but his fighting style was he didn't have to do all that fancy smancy type of stuff because he's the old, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like when I see him, like if I see Obi-Wan Kenobi do whatever fights that he does in the Obi-Wan series, and he's much older, like let's say he's almost like the age of this thing here. I wouldn't want to see him go buck wild like he did in episode 1 and 2, or even 3.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That was outside. That was inside too.
Mm-hmm.
It's so cool how he did that because that looked kind of flawless right there. That was pretty cool. That's another fun another day. Yeah, sometimes I close my eyes thinking I'm in the scene going against Darth Vader, y'all.
Or he's just asleep.
No, it's hot in here, but that too. This is cool. I love this scene too. It's kind of cool. We got a brief moment of this in episode 7 as a flashback. That was kind of cool.
Huh?
It was kind of cool in episode 7. We get a little bit of flashback of this when Rey touches the lightsaber, and you get a little bit of the all different things. It's kind of cool.
I just like how Vader's like, okay, no more playing around.
It's crazy.
There's so much more to learn.
Yeah. That's some strong wind right there. Cape flapping. I like how that wind only lasts a few seconds. Because then you watch it.
Well, that's because it was depressurized.
Yeah.
And as soon as the pressure equalized, that was it.
Like, that's crazy. Man. Right in your face.
Like I had no chance.
None.
I'll get her. Bow.
Gone with the wind, Jack. I think they should have given him a red arm in this movie.
Why?
They still never ever mentioned why he had that arm. It was so hilarious.
Oh well.
They were like, let's just make another toy.
Yep. Red arm.
Well, he's gonna have red eyes. Maybe that might have. Maybe he had a vision. That's why he had the red arm. I don't know. We'll see.
Why does he have a vision? Is he somehow telekinetic now?
Maybe
Telepathic?
He is
A
the.
droid? Telepathic?
Hey, he's C-3PO, homie. He's the one supposed to start it all.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh-huh. Give me something. They just gotta give me something on that one. And again, I don't care, but it would be nice.
This thing turned into a murder bot.
So I heard too on that. Either one, he's gonna be this like fight droid that goes crazy.
Turn into a Terminator.
Yeah, which would be kind of cool. And then the other one is he's kind of gonna be like L3 and just give his whole mind up to navigate to the unknown regions or wherever they need to follow.
That's interesting, but I don't understand how that would work because he never made any mention about navigational abilities whatsoever.
Or not navigation, but like he needs to read some kind of artifact and he has to.
Okay.
Yeah, something gets. They need to download this thing and if they do it, then it wipes out his whole memory for him to read it.
Okay.
And I think that's for Rey's side because because the whole goal is Palpatine's trying to get these two to come to the same place, so he can use them to get his body back to young Palpatine. That'd be weird as hell. We see like old school like prequel Palpatine. That'd be weird. Like episode 3 young Palpatine with no scars. That'd be crazy.
That won't be possible.
Oh, anything's possible. CGI.
Yeah,
De aging has showed up, y'all.
Now they're starting to use it way too much. Again, reshoots. We can just de-age it. Stop it! Stop it! Stop relying on these things.
Oh, they have to now.
No, they don't have
Well,
to.
no, I'm not saying that.
I know, but I'm just saying, just be creative. These things are supposed to be tools that support you, not
It is
pillars that.
It's going crazy.
Yeah, Vader's like, I'm done with this.
Oh, baby, they're gone. That's the hand that was supposed to float in episode 7
Yeah.
and 8. The hand.
This is Vader finally said, "Okay, that's it. I'm done playing with you. Okay,
Boy,
we're getting serious now.
boy,
Super serial."
boy.
Told you what happened to your father.
I'm telling you, killed him.
No,
I
am
your mother.
father. Good spot for it to stop.
There you go. It's not his father, it's his mother.
They would do that in today's world.
That'd be hilarious.
No, it wouldn't. It would be a travesty.
Luke be like, wait, don't you mean my grandmother, Shmi?
Oh my god. That would be a good reason to leave the Star Wars franchise behind.
I mean, you wouldn't able to get on with that?
No.
Guys, we on pause mode.
Yeah, for some reason, the movie has stopped and is like reloading or something.
See, it's not my remote's not working again. Okay, that part's fine. Let's do this.
That's a funky looking dude.
Yeah, Joseph Prince, y'all. You listen to him. You to me. Let me do this first. We're almost at the thing end too.
Hmm?
We're almost at the end too.
I know. Getting pretty close.
See, this is where the TV doesn't work. I know what to do. Oh, it's not the TV. That's me. Yeah, I did hear that using the TV apps usually don't do well. And that's why you're usually supposed to. Well, I don't know the LGs, they said the LGs, but he said if you have another system that uses it, use that. Yeah, my PS4 usually never have hard problems with that. See important health and safety warnings. Police.
Ugh, man.
Battlefront.
What a tiring day.
Voodoo. Mandalorian. Lady and the Tramp. All right. And here we are. We're back in business, baby.
Back in business.
Told you what happened to your father. No, I am your grandmother. No, it's not true. It's impossible. It's impossible. Hurt your feelings, you know it to be true. I am your grandmother. If you only knew her the way I did.
Oh God.
Luke, trust in me and your grandmother.
Oh God.
It'd be funny that his voice changed. One of these days, man, when I ever get crazy where I could do these videos and do that, I'd love to take the whole Star Wars franchise and change their voices and change character names and just be like, this is
Luke, I am your Graham.
I'm your granny from a long time ago.
Together we can rule the galaxy as grandmother and grandson. I can bake you all the pies you want.
That would go well, man. That would go well.
Hope that wasn't important.
Well, maybe that little thing right there could be something for episode 9.
Uh,
They have to go back to the Bespin planet before they go to the second moon of Endor. That's gotta suck
yeah,
to be out there.
nowhere to go.
And you already knew. Ben said he can't help you, my guy. He specifically told you I could interfere, and you said, "I understand."
I understand. I know. I'll be okay. And you were clearly not okay.
Yeah, you just hanging. So you gonna call him to your girlfriend's sister. I got you. She says they're Java.
Our steering wheels didn't look like that in the Millennium Falcon.
Huh?
Our steering wheels didn't look like that in the Millennium Falcon.
That's probably yeah, because there's no way you could have flew it the way. I don't know. Maybe you could have. I don't know. I wish they would have made this scene a little longer. I loved seeing his ship and walking. That's so sick shot. But it was too like 5 more seconds. Just like 5 more seconds. Just as, like I like the scene in episode 3 where Palpatine walks in the rain with Anakin in that laying on the bed, just floating. Yeah. The Millennium Falcon, and we got what is Vader's ship called again?
That is the Super Star Destroyer Executor.
The ship?
The big Mamma Jamma one?
No, just Vader's little.
Oh, that's just a transport. That's a Lambda class shuttle.
But that's Vader's ship, isn't it?
No,
That's what he always flies.
no, it isn't.
No, when I mean not the one where he fights, but the one he always travels into. He always like it was an episode. Obviously this one was episode 6. He flies in it all
That's
the time.
just a Lambda class shuttle.
That's crazy. Oh wow! I just referenced this to Vader because you see it in Rogue One. He uses it. I mean I know why they use that Rogue One because they showed it.
You're talking about the Star Destroyer?
No, I'm talking about the one that has
The little Y wings?
yeah, that has the little where he always uses it to go places.
Yeah, it's just a Lambda class shuttle.
Okay, that Lambda class.
Lambda class shuttle has no combat capabilities.
Oh yeah. I wasn't saying it.
That
Like
thing?
yeah, because I always see him in it. Like he always like episode 6, you see him in
Well,
it.
it has some combat capabilities, but they're not great.
No.
Yeah.
I just think that's just a cool ass shit. I think it's cool.
That's the same kind of shuttle that they steal for their mission to go to Endor. It's the same kind of ship that the Emperor rides on. It's just a shuttlecraft. It's like a taxi.
She gotta stop kissing him on the lips, yo.
Yeah. Getting kind of gross knowing what
Like they do in Tennessee and you know Oklahoma.
Not Oklahoma. If you're thinking too far inland,
Chief,
you gotta go east, more east.
Where should I go then?
Missouri.
Ronald Missouri too much. I like how they looked at each other when we said that, by the way, too. That was really classic. You made Chewie mad. Look at you. They told me they fixed it. I trusted them. Don't trust people from Missouri. Oh, funny thing when I saw this as a kid, I thought when the Millennium Falcon does get out of there, and you see Vader's helmet look back and forth, you see his helmet. I thought that was a ship of itself.
Oh.
When I was a kid, I was like, dude, they made a ship of Vader. I was like, oh, this is cool. And I go back out, I'm like, wait a minute, that's Vader's helmet. It's this that like just like it was in the ship, but it's like I was like, wow, I don't know what I was thinking. Because you know how it's like a close up.
Yeah.
It was L3. He should have. Too bad, he didn't make this.
Yeah.
They didn't know. But that'd be kind of cool to be like, first time back in the middle of it. He probably's going to do it now. He should. That would be great if he does. And he's like, L3, baby, how you doing? Oh, snap. What would you do if he said that? Oh. L3's been a
I'd
long
probably
time.
do this. Exactly that. It is what it is,
Well, he got to reference his baby. Because in Solo, he was dad in his arms,
Oh God.
tears running down his face. Luke, it is your destiny to be with your grandmother. Eat all the pies that you want.
My force pie making skills are unrivaled throughout the galaxy.
Mm-hmm. Together we can overtake the Master, the Dark Lord. See, you should have gave him a red foot, not a red hand.
Well, he has a
That
different
would
colored
have
leg.
made sense.
He has a different colored leg in all the movies.
What?
Yeah, the first one he had like a silver one.
Really?
Yeah.
That's tough. I don't even know how I got that when I was a kid. I was watching maybe because full screen you don't get to see that.
The whole wide.
Yeah, so I don't think I saw this because right there I saw the window.
Yeah.
So if you took that out, it'd be just his head. Maybe I don't know. Right now at the end, guys, where they're getting ready to switch up. Lando and Chewie gonna go.
To Tatooine.
Mm-hmm. And then Luke and Leia are looking over on the ship, he's getting fixed. If they did bring that hand back in 9, that'd be crazy.
To what purpose?
No, I guess for the whole, if there's a cloning situation. I don't know. No, I'm saying, because there's a lot of stuff that JJ wanted to do for 8, or that was going to be part of whatever, and that he's doing now because he couldn't do it in 8.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of ideas that he had in 7. One of them was the hand. I don't know what the exact purpose is, but I didn't like the damn movie. I don't
I
know.
know.
Damn. That's the point. Is like there's got to be a reason. So I don't know what the reason is, but like the whole thing with the whole Knights of Ren, like it was so funny. Even JJ was talking about in an article. He's like, it's kind of funny how, I'm watching or I'm doing this right now, and it's so funny how we talked about this 5 years ago,
Yeah.
and now we get to put it. Now we're putting it out. So yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
It's nuts. It's nutsy.
I think it's gonna be cool. Wiring right there, cool. Yeah, Mr. Irvin Kirshner. Kirshner. Yeah, it was cool, man. But like I said, for hearing the backstory of this movie, was not well received when it first came out. I heard it was just as divisive. There were some Star Wars fans that loved it and some that completely hated it. And then, of course, over time, it is now one of the beloved Star Wars movies of all time, next to Return of the Jedi. Those are the two back to back, from what I've heard, is everybody's favorite. You know what I mean? So, either one of those two. So it's crazy that to hear that, because that means that gives us hope for people that don't like 7 and 8 right now. To maybe give that some time, and we'll see. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same thing for the prequels. Like, people despised the prequels when they first came out, and now
Actually, it was people loved Phantom Menace when it first came out, but after like a year or two, they really kind of were like, well, because they wanted to love it, is what it was.
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
kind of blinded by their love for Star Wars.
Yeah.
And then they really kind of thought about it, and they were like, well, now that I think about it, it wasn't really that great of a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then it started, it really kind of picked up steam on the downward trend. And it was like, no, it was a horrible movie. No, it was a garbage movie. No, it was absolute trash. And it just went down and down and down into the gutter. And only recently, in the last few years, has it reached all right status.
Yeah, I think usually what happens is after episode 6, there was that big, almost like 10-20 year gap or something like that,
Mhm.
that we didn't get Star Wars. So of course, Star Wars, that episode 1, people went to go nuts and go see it, and that's why it did as well as it did. And then of course, now we skip forward to episode 7, same thing, another 20 something years out of the blue, or not that long, maybe so 2006 was episode 3, so 2015, so maybe almost 10 years, almost 10 years, with that Star Wars movie. That's why number 7 did really, really well as far as box office goes, because everybody went to go see it. It was like, oh my god. So yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Well, with episode 7, it did really well, but fans were also approaching it with kind of a cautious skepticism, because they did, especially fans of the older guard, especially
Right.
fans who were young teenagers and kids who saw Phantom Menace, because they were a victim of that whole, oh, it was Star Wars, we need to see it, this is a Star Wars for our generation.
Yep.
And then after kind of watching it again, they were like, oh, wait a minute, this is kind of a crappy movie. The acting's not that great. The dialogue's kind of crappy. As they got older and they kind of evaluated it more as a movie instead of it was a parlance of their generation, started realizing, this is a great movie. So those ones in particular, when episode 7 came out, they approached it with a kind of a skepticism. They were like, we don't want to be bamboozled again. We don't want to fall into that trap of, it's a new Star Wars, it's going to be awesome. So they went into the theater thinking, is this going to be another Phantom Menace? I don't know.
And that's why they played it safe. That's why JJ played it safe and did the whole beat for beat type of thing.
It was pretty much kind of
Yeah.
a retread of New Hope.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
well, guys, thank you for being with us here and hanging out with us, watching Empire Strikes Back #5 in the saga series. Even though we've watched all of them in somewhat of order, not the chronicle like theater order, but
Yeah, we're
just-
watching them in chronological
Yeah.
order.
and so we're hopefully, I know next Wednesday, I've talked to my man right here because I unfortunately have something in the daytime I'm doing with my school, so I got to figure out if we can do something, if it can be in the evening. I don't know, we'll talk about it, but we're gonna try to do Return of the Jedi, and then maybe we can do a 2-for-1 night on one of the or day whatever before the 20th. You know what I'm saying? So we still got 3 weeks out. We only got 3 films to go. Well, 2 films. Yeah, well, 3 films to go. And then I'll probably do. Of course, I'm gonna do solo kind of on my own. I'm still gonna go do that probably one of these days here. I can do it anytime I want.
You
And
still got that one down.
yeah, no, yeah, I'm just gonna. Not even, I didn't even try finding it.
No.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go do it myself. And so yeah, guys, thank you so much for being a part. Comment down below on what's your favorite Star Wars, what's your favorite part of Empire Strikes Back. And what are you looking forward to for these upcoming movies that you're gonna see, and get ready for some of the stuff that me and him we're trying to just work out dates and times. We do want to do a movie talk show where we talk nothing about we talk about everything.
Kind of like what
movies.
we do here, but
Yeah.
without trying to feel beholden to talking to about the Star Wars stuff.
So there's a lot of stuff we got. So get ready, guys, and all in due time. I know we have this whole COPPA thing going on right now too. We're not going to get into all this, not even for this video, but I just want to share with you that there's certain things that I wasn't posting or haven't done anything in a little while because of that. So we're trying to figure out all the things on that. Obviously, we're going to keep everything the same and keep moving forward, but just trying to be cautious on some things and making sure that we're not a part of that craziness, because that is pretty wild if you heard about it. So all right, guys, let's see what we got going on. Hey, you Raj, thank you for coming in last minute, sir. We're gonna count this down. You know how we do it. Let's go, and we're gonna end it. We'll see you next time in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. God bless. And guess what? May the force be with you.
And have a happy Turkey Day tomorrow.
Yeah. God bless. Peace. Always.